Episode 35, The Financial Mechanism of Control, Part 1. In the preceding episode, we have seen how, under the existing financial system, the banks pursue an antisocial, dysfunctional policy for private gain. This policy presupposes an elaborate mechanism of control that may be explored via the following analogy. Let us imagine a man supplied with carrots and sticks, sitting on top of a triangular saddle on the back of an elephant. The elephant represents the real economy, while the man sitting on top symbolizes the banking system. In this episode, we will limit ourselves to an examination of the first plank, which constitutes one side of the saddle in our analogy. The rest of the mechanism will be analyzed in episode 36. First, a quick recap. According to the social credit analysis, the economy has two basic components, what Douglas termed the financial credit and the real credit. Financial credit refers to the ability to deliver money as, when, and where required. The real credit, by contrast, is the ability to deliver goods and services as, when, and where required. These two elements can be related in one of two distinct ways, depending on whether the financial system which administers the financial credit is an honest or a dishonest system. An honest financial system would operate like a properly functioning thermometer, as a neutral but reliable instrument. When, at the dawn of spring, it is 10 degrees Celsius outside, a thermometer that registers that temperature as 10 degrees is providing an accurate reading as a reliable instrument. Decisions made on the basis of that information will be appropriate decisions. If the thermometer read 30 degrees Celsius, it would be overestimating the temperature in terms of warmth. If it were to read minus 10 degrees Celsius, it would be underestimating the temperature. In either case, the thermometer would not be providing an accurate reading, and it would be useless as an instrument. Any decisions made on the basis of this sort of incorrect information would be misguided and productive of dysfunction. Something similar holds with respect to our financial system. On the level of production, whenever there is a legitimate need on the one hand, and the means, i.e., raw materials, labor, technology, etc., to produce the goods and services to meet those needs on the other, an honest financial system would automatically supply sufficient credit to catalyze that production. The current system, by contrast, only provides enough credit to catalyze some of that possible production. And so many legitimate needs for shelter, food, healthcare, etc. can and do go unmet. On the level of consumption, whenever a given flow of goods and services with remunerative prices attached is coming onto the market, an honest financial system would automatically ensure that sufficient credit in the form of income to purchase that production in full is supplied to consumers. For every dollar coming forward in price, a dollar in income would be going forward to meet it. The current system, by contrast, only automatically supplies sufficient income to purchase some of this production. It systematically underestimates, in income terms, the value of the production that is being delivered at remunerative pricing. The power to consume is not automatically equated to the power to produce. Thus, we see that there is an artificial scarcity of credit that is built right into the fabric of the current financial system. Of course, the scarcity in question does not prevent the financial system from sometimes issuing too much additional credit to compensate, thus provoking demand pull inflation. But that is another issue. The initial underlying scarcity of credit that is embedded in the system is the basis for the financial mechanism of control. It constitutes the first plank in the financial saddle because when money is artificially scarce, it acquires an importance and a power that it wouldn't otherwise possess. In terms of this relationship between the financial credit and the real credit, the artificial scarcity of money makes money the limiting factor. And since it is the limiting factor in the relationship, it also becomes the determining factor. Money determines if something will or will not be done, will or will not be obtained, not the real facts concerning our ability to produce and consume. This makes money, or the lack of it, more important than real people, their desire to consume goods and services, and the real capacity to meet those needs. The artificial scarcity thus subordinates the real credit of a society to its financial credit, which is an inversion of the due or proper relationship that should obtain between the two. We are forced to interact with the real world through this distorting lens because the artificial scarcity of credit and the consequent limitations which it imposes on our economic activities provide the banking system with the all-important leverage it needs in order to impose its self-serving policy. This animated series was sponsored by the Clifford Hugh Douglas Institute for the Study and the Promotion of Social Credit. For more information on Douglas Social Credit, please visit socred.org or thepeoplescredit.com.au. Be sure to like this video and please subscribe to our channel.